Welcome to DNA's Birding Adventures. We're off to Canada, Vancouver Island for 3 days. We're on a 2.5-week excursion for some birding in the Pacific Northwest. We'll take the Black Ball Ferry from Port Angeles up to Victoria, Vancouver Island, and just touch the surface of the southern tip of Vancouver Island. In our last video, we visited the Olympic Peninsula, found some life birds, as well as beautiful waterfalls and forest hikes. We're taking Black Ball Ferry Line out of Port Angeles and heading on that boat. It's a really nice ferry where we could take our car across the Juan de Fuca Strait. And there's our car right there. In just 4 days, we're going to take a pelagic boat trip out from Westport, Washington. But in the meantime, we'll find some birds right on our little ferry trip over to Vancouver Island. It was a beautiful sunrise and there was a lot of fog over the water, but we began to see some birds off in the distance. They're so adorable. Look at that. There's an abundance of the common murres. They were all in flocks scattered throughout the whole strait, as well as many gulls. We got a glimpse of the Hermann's gull, but didn't get a good picture, with its distinctive red bill. There's Vancouver Island. We'll be in Canada in a few minutes. They look dead. Heading to Canada. Victoria. Just a beautiful city, Victoria, BC, which we'll check out later as we leave the port. You can see why there's so many shipwrecks, calling it the graveyard of the Pacific because of all the fog. I'm sure they couldn't see. In the meantime, we have a few hours before our VRBO is ready, so we'll check out Souk and the Whiffin Spit. Then we'll just head along the beautiful coastline and visit the Jordan River, the Botanical Beach Trail, Sheridan Lighthouse, East Souk Regional Park and petroglyphs and Souk potholes, and then back to the Olympic Peninsula. This Whiffin Spit is actually a scenic, naturally formed spit in Souk, British Columbia, with beautiful views of the Souk Harbor and the Juan de Fuca Strait. We'll see what birds we can find and maybe some mammals. Oh, look at all the birds. we were walking along, and one of the gulls looked different, and noticed that it had quite a long wing, rounded head, just like the description of the short-billed gull. The short-billed gull, 2025 bird number 298, and a life bird for Dave and me.
Short-billed gull.
Wow, they're cancers. They're amazing anglers where they just stick their heads in the water looking for fish, and then down they go. California gull. Black turnstones, another life bird. This is the first chance we've had to see the black turnstones. They're just in a smaller area than the ruddy turnstones and breed all up and down the Atlantic coast. He's watching you. The western sandpipers seem to be hanging out with the black turnstones. It's a white-crowned sparrow. Then the white-crowned sparrows were found with the juvenile cowbird.
Throwing rocks around.
Wonder why they call them turnstones. Thank you. Now that's an appropriate name for a bird.
seagull.
California gull. And the short-billed gulls. More lifers. You can kind of see the difference in size between the California gulls and the short-billed gulls. They were all foraging for little bugs in the seaweed. This one, oh, look at him. He was chasing after the other one. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, watch out!
Where? Oh, he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
He has bands on his legs. Hiking along a spit wouldn't be complete without a killdeer. Or two. There's a whole murder. What you got? What you got there? Share. Hi there. The harbor seals need to look out for the orca whales. We read that there are about 74 different orcas around the Victoria Island. A savanna sparrow. Okay, we finally made it to the place we're going to stay. We highly recommend the Cedar Coast Retreat with a beautiful view from the downstairs balcony, and look at the view from the deck. Looks like this is a female Anna's hummingbird. And then later on in our stay, we saw the male, probably a juvenile though. Plus a big milestone, we're at 300 for 2025. A male, immature. Anna's hummingbird. Luckily, we brought our scope because in here is a red-necked grebe, which is actually a life bird for us. Wow, sea lions. Those are big.
Oh, here they go.
That means there might be orcas nearby. So nice to see all the wildlife out in the water, and then there's a rainforest trail right at this Cedar Coast Retreat. And in here we actually heard a Pacific wren, which is common on the Pacific Northwest, but actually a life bird for us and new for 2025. Success! Just on our first day on Vancouver Island, including Blackball Ferry, we have 5 new life birds and other birds to add to our lists. We're keeping track of our road trip bird species. We're at 83 birds, 9 life birds, and 302 for our 2025 bird count. Stay tuned. In our next video, we'll visit the Jordan River. It's a great spot for birding, as well as a beautiful hike at Botanical Beach. Eat some delicious cod at the highly recommended Hollywood's Off the Hook. More life birds, orcas, and beautiful scenery. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing to DNA's Birding Adventures. Until next time, happy trails to you from Dave and Audrey.